This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you are listening to the Capes and the Lunatic Sidekicks podcast.
That's right, kids. It's the return of Ray's favorite show in 2021. We are the night. The Batman Podcast. For those of you who don't remember...
Don't tell Facebook.
Well, I think we're steady now. Oh, yeah, I'm playing the plan. But anyway, I am Phil, for those of you who don't remember. And joining me, as always, audio and video tonight, it is...
I'm here with Petty Phil. It's Phil Colfire.
Petty Phil and Salty Lilith. And now that I said that, Ray, we'll use that every time. So anyway, I think we threatened it last time, but yes, we're going to get to that one, Batman, a Death in the Family.
Only suitable for animation, not live action. Talk about Petty.
Remember that, Zack Snyder. Killing the wrong Robin.
Yeah, honestly, I think it is off limits for live action. That's why he had to sneak what he snuck into Suicide Squad and Justice League.
Yes.
Or whatever. So.
But yes, we've been having a problem with the Facebook, but I think I finally have a stable Facebook. It's been a few days. Facebook hasn't touched it, so you can find it under The Batman Podcast.
Suck it.
I was thinking we should just go full Ray and just like name all the shows be like The Spider-Man Podcast, you know.
Now let's let Ray have his thing. This one was just funny. It's an homage to Ray. And, you know, for clicks and views.
Exactly. Here's a movie coming titled The Batman.
Don't get me started. Anyway. So, yeah. Tell them what we're, in case they didn't do their homework, tell the kids what we're discussing today.
Batman, a Death in the Family from Batman.
Not the.
Yes, a. So everyone calls it Death in the Family, but I guess, yeah, if you look at the cover and everything, yeah, the official title is A Death in the Family.
Mandela Effect, woo!
Yes, so from Batman 426 through 429. I actually have synopses because...
a lot happens.
Yes. Because Batman 426, the first part, with a cover date of December 1988. But it was published August 25th, 1988. And you get chapters 1 and 2 in this issue. So yes, it is a longer issue.
Gotta reel them in.
Gotta tease the kids. All right. Ready for the synopsis?
Let's do it.
Reckless Youth. Wonder who that is. Batman and Robin stake out the warehouse of a child pornography ring awaiting police backup, but Robin rushes in early against Batman's orders. Yeah, guess what Robin this is. While stopping the criminals, Batman mentally notes Robin's odd, moody behavior of late. No, it's not Damian. After chiding Robin, Bruce returns home to discuss the situation with Alfred and decides to remove his word from duty, effective immediately. Jason overhears and angrily leaves. Batman is soon called to Arkham Asylum after the Joker escapes for the 9 millionth time. Commissioner Gordon tells the Dark Knight how the Joker used cleaning supplies to make his lethal laughing gas, killing 8 men. Oh, so he made a clean getaway? Laughing gas. At his hideout, the Joker tells his associate, Rupert, fancy man, how his assets were seized during his incarceration, but reveals a cruise missile and launch vehicle and storage he obtained from a military contact. The Clown Prince of Crime decides to sell the weapon to Arab terrorists because it's the 80s. And it's Jim Starlin.
That never really went away, did it?
Oh, it was popular in the 80s. While walking through Gotham City, Jason Todd ends up in Crime Alley, where no good ever comes about, and visits his mother's friend, Mrs. Walker. She gives Jason a box full of personal effects, which are a little water damaged, and sends the boy on his way. Get out. At that moment, Batman surprises Gasper Taylor, a known associate of the Joker. Man, he loves them fancy men. But knocks him out before he can obtain any information.
This was before Harley, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, searching the criminal's luggage, Batman finds a passport and visa for Lebanon. Over the next few hours, none of the Joker's former henchmen can be found. While perusing his parents' personal effects, Jason finds his birth certificate with his mother's name blotted out and beginning with the letter S. Realizing Catherine Todd was his stepmother, Jason searches the box where he finds his father's now out-of-date address book, which contains the names of 3 women whose names start with S, one of whom might be his biological mother, and uses the Bat computer to locate them. How long has it been since we called it the Bat computer? He leaves Wayne Manor to begin his investigation.
The 80s.
This might be the last story. In the air, the Joker and his gang are en route to Lebanon aboard a stolen Navy C-130 cargo plane, while Jason Todd is aboard an airliner, trying to drink an underage drink. This is where Lilith got the idea. Meanwhile, Batman finds the Joker's hideout and realizes his arch-foe has left for Lebanon with a nuclear weapon to replenish his cash flow. Our hero quickly returns to the Batcave, where Alfred informs him that Jason has run away. Batman is left with a dilemma: stay in Gotham City and locate Jason, or stop the Joker, or wait for the plot to converge. Later, Batman leads a team of naval commandos to Lebanon to recover the stolen C-130 and discovers that the Joker has indeed smuggled a nuclear device into the Middle East. I guess they forgot to put into Middle Eastern nation. Changing out of his costume, Bruce Wayne contacts Alfred and learns Jason booked a flight to Israel. Batman fights
unaccompanied minor. I repeat, unaccompanied minor, international travel.
I mean, it was the 80s. I mean, we could walk to another state.
Oh, true. I'll take your word for it.
I'd walk like 4 miles to the store. I don't care. Batman fights terrorists in Israel. Robin breaks into a military base to find the whereabouts of Charmin Rosen, an intelligence agent who may be his mother. Using computer records, he learns Rosen is working undercover in Beirut, Lebanon. Meanwhile, Bruce arrives in Lebanon and goes into action as Batman to gain information from some terrorists about the missile. He learns that a man named Peter Brando, no relation to Marlon, is offering the weapon for sale at the Hotel Bleu, where Charmin Rosen is staying. Jason arrives at the Hotel Bleu and finds Bruce. Jason tells Bruce about his investigation, but becomes downtrodden when told of Bruce's mission to stop the Joker. Suddenly, they spot Brando with Rosen and follow in a pair of jet-powered bat gliders, which should see coming a mile away. The Cape Crusaders witness the Joker's sale of the smuggled cruise missile to Jamal, a terrorist who wants to launch the device at Tel Aviv. The gathering is interrupted by Batman and Robin, who are soon joined by Charmin Rosen. When the missile is fired, it explodes in its launcher, but the warhead fails to detonate. The Joker escapes in the ensuing confusion. Robin learns Rosen is not his mother, and the three return to Beirut. Robin insists on finding his mother, and Batman agrees to help. However, a disguised Joker books a flight to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Probably to steal that kryptonite. All right, Lilith Hellfire. So.
Well, no, you kind of forgot, because this is a very infamous story. This is the story that left it up to a 900 number to decide the fate of this character.
But we're not there yet.
And the guy cheated. I'm just saying.
I know.
The infamous story arc where a guy cheated. Imagine hating a character so much you actually, had to cheat his death. Just imagine.
Well,
instead of waiting for Bendis to write it.
Oh, how dare you. But no, like you said, I think they would have killed him anyway.
Bendis. Definitely.
I mean, the character...
It was too much in the air going forward to leave it to quote-unquote chance.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we'll have to cover it one day, but the story arc before this one, they leave it ambiguous at whether or not Jason killed a man. I mean, it was a scumbag, but still.
And, and here we are with the Red Hood. So I always feel like they were always going to bring him back. They just didn't know how once, you know what I mean? Yeah, because,
I mean, they didn't even toy with bringing him back until Hush.
Yep.
But no, I mean, I think last time we blamed Marv Wolfman for that Batman 450, making Killing Joke canon. But I believe this is the story that made it canon. Because
it kind of makes sense, though, when you think about it.
Yeah, because when Batman and Gordon are talking about the Joker's escape, they said they put a APB out to everyone, even the Justice League and the Titans, and Batman's like, good, everyone's going to want a piece of the Joker after what he did to Barbara.
Yeah. But also, like, they just didn't know what to do with Jason Todd. Can we just be honest?
Well, they wanted him to be his own separate thing. But, you know, they wanted this, like, I guess, set him apart from Dick, even though it was like he was basically a placeholder because they wanted a Robin with Batman, but it's like...
But if we're going to be honest, we all know Tim is actually the true, genuine placeholder. No offense.
Well,
the thing, like, because it got even worse with Tim.
Well, they knew they had to tone Tim down because they were just like, oh no, you know, we don't want everyone hating him like they hated Jason. Oh, speaking of, I read something. Remember in our Anarchy story when at the end when he's like, you know, Gordon's like, you're not thinking, and he's like, no, I'm not thinking. But I heard if Marv Wolfman had not beat him to the punch with Tim Drake, Alan Grant was going to try to make Anarchy the next Robin after Jason.
I would have been kind of here for it, to be honest. And I needed Elseworlds Tale for that to happen.
I know.
Somewhere in the Dark Metal universe or whatever they're doing. I don't know. Y'all know I'm on a 5-year break. Mm-hmm. Me and DC are on a 5-year break right now for all new stuff. So, well,
I'll let you know if it comes out. But here's the interesting thing: wasn't he a ginger also? So it's like, would they have gone the Jason route, and made him dye his hair again, or would we?
No, he'd be the only true ginger.
I was gonna say
that would have been the thing. That's the only thing we haven't had as a ginger.
Would we have finally gotten our ginger Robin?
That y'all know secretly. That's why I'm here for it.
A ginger Robin with a taser. Oh, DC, you could have hooked Lilith Hellfire for life if you just
for life. That. You could have done no wrong after that.
A ginger.
I mean, they don't treat Wally well, so you guys kind of know why I'm a little annoyed with DC. they just my Starfire, you know, all my gingers just get mistreated. But I wanted to show my favorite panel. Oh, dang it. Did I actually have both my monitors up, so this might work.
Okay.
We'll see.
Boy, people, you're getting slides and Lilith Hellfire's face, man.
Okay, allow. That one. Can you?
Oh, that one, yeah.
I like this. I like the way this Joker is drawn.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite, but I like it. And it kind of, like, the artwork works for this story. It's very 80s.
Yeah.
So.
I know.
But yeah, this is like him being peak Joker, but at the same time, like he's being a terrorist, an international terrorist. I just found it kind of weird. I knew something was up when like Jason started looking for his mom. No good can come of this when your characters are searching for themselves. Okay.
And I mean,
and then you have a title of death in the family. Like, no.
And I mean, is that just the biggest coincidence in the world that Bruce and Jason run into each other on the other side of the planet?
Hello?
2 different
Here's
missions.
Manville.
Exactly.
So yeah. But I don't think that Jim gets enough credit for this story.
Oh, Aparo, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, you were talking about the art. Yeah, I think this is like prime Jim Aparo art. Yeah.
And then, you know, also Jim Starlin, who did the script for it. So a lot of Jims and Johns on this one. A lot of Mikes. But Mike DiCarlo, Mike Mignola.
Yeah. Jim Starlin, who wrote 10 Nights of the Beast we covered, and a character none of you have probably heard of. He created this guy you probably never heard of named Thanos.
They don't make them like they used to, kids. They don't make the writers like they used to. That's for sure.
All right.
Oh, I have homework for you, Philip, by the way.
Oh, man. Yes.
I need you to reach out to a guy on YouTube called Vianfuso. He like is obsessed with Gotham, the TV show.
Oh, really?
He has like the most outrageous freaking opinions.
Really?
But he loves Batman. Like, yeah, he loves Batman, so.
Okay.
Since we're the Batman podcast, I figured we could just reach out to the community a little bit.
The Batman podcast.
Exactly.
We convert people to the Church of Batman all the time.
Batman.
See?
Poor Ray. Poor Triplet. Anyway, yeah. Back to what you were doing. Sorry,
right.
Sorry, Gelman.
Sorry, Reach. All right, should we get to the next one?
Let's do it.
All right, Batman 427 for chapters 3 and 4. Oh man, this is a small summary. On the trail of Shiva Wuzin, Bruce and Jason learn the mercenary has was kidnapped moments before their arrival. Soon afterwards, Batman and Robin shake down a number of... Oh, wait, here it is. Shake down a number of Lebanese criminals and learn that Wuzin was taken to the Pashar Pass in the Bekaa Valley. In a famine relief camp just outside Magdala, Ethiopia, the Joker blackmails Dr. Sheila Haywood, remember that name, for shipments of medical supplies. Meanwhile, Batman and Robin infiltrate a terrorist camp only to learn Shiva Wuzin is none other than Lady Shiva.
Duh!
I know, seriously.
Come on, it was obvious, but... And honestly, if they would have went the route that I wanted them to, I'd have been like, yeah, I could see that.
This was the very first story I read with Lady Shiva.
She's so BA enough. I love her so much.
Lady Shiva battles Batman to a standstill when she is only defeated thanks to Robin's assistance. As Robin cuffs the renegade martial artist, Batman sabotages the terrorist explosive catch. After trekking through the desert for a while, Batman interrogates Lady Shiva and learns she never had any children. The dynamic duo depart for Ethiopia. He didn't interrogate her. He used truth serum on her. Sodium pentothal.
What a cheat.
Well, he's like, oh, I feel bad about this. I'm like, why? How many nexus?
He would have much preferred to beat it out of her, but that's just between us hens.
Well, I think at this point, until we got to his answers, he didn't want to, because it's like, what if that had been Jason's mom and he's like smacking her around?
It's going to do more than steal the tires off the Batmobile, that's for sure.
So yes, then they depart for Ethiopia. So I wonder whose mother is. Bruce and Jason arrive at the camp outside of Magdala and meet Dr. Sheila Haywood, where mother and son are reunited. Soon the Joker arrives and he takes Haywood to the central warehouse to steal the medical supplies. Jason follows on a stolen motorcycle. As supplies
As you do when you're Jason.
Oh yeah, that's nothing. As supplies are unloaded, the Joker has boxes of his lethal laughing gas loaded in their place. Jason returns...
Joker Venom. Retroactive. Joker Venom. Hashtag petty.
Yeah. Jason returns to the camp to enlist Bruce's aid, and soon the Dark Knight chases the trucks carrying the gas in a mini-copter.
Okay, also time out. I'm just saying this is giving me Zack Snyder vibes of, Batman versus Superman with him in the desert with the stupid thing over his head. Well, not the stupid thing because it's a cultural thing. But
yeah.
So,
yeah. But yeah, so Batman's chasing him in a mini. Meanwhile,
the nunchucks.
What?
Whip out the nunchucks.
Oh, Lady Shiva, girl. Meanwhile, Jason returns to the warehouse and reveals his identity as Robin to his mother. Entering the
because you just met her, buddy.
Look at my shorty.
Be all a trap. You're dumb.
Look at my shorty shorts, Mom. look at the shorty shorts the rich man put me in.
Exactly. And that's when you smack the old man he's with. Exactly.
Entering the warehouse, Haywood turns Robin over to the Joker, who had never left. Robin is outnumbered by Joker and his thugs, and his most desperate efforts to fight them are futile. After landing a punch to the Joker, the madman picks up
what the kids call it?
Yeah, look, do you see where he hits? Is that the stomach, or was he going lower?
Well, the Joker definitely wanted him to be his sidekick, if you know what I'm saying. Looking at you, three Jokers, so...
Of course, we all know what comes next. After landing a punch, the madman picks up a crowbar and proceeds to beat Robin, brutally smashing the crowbar against the boy. Sheila can barely witness the scene, and Joker finds delight in doing something he had wanted for many years.
This is gonna hurt you a lot more than it does me.
After his minicopter is shot down by soldiers, Batman is recognized by the truck drivers. He warns them of the deadly cargo they are carrying, telling them to unload the boxes and leave them to be dealt with by the army, and is allowed the use of a truck to get back to the warehouse. Meanwhile, the Joker betrays Haywood and has her bound in the warehouse next to her injured son, where he's placed a bomb. Unable to deactivate the bomb, Jason instead unties his mother. Attempting to escape, Haywood discovers that the door is locked. The bomb then detonates, and a helpless Batman witnesses the explosion from outside the warehouse. And then, right under that was a phone number?
The final countdown.
I remember I read this brand new. I was like, did they really do what I think they did?
Cthulhu, baby, Cthulhu.
Because I bought this off the newsstand, so I think it was after the whole...
Oh my God, you had to wait. Oh my God.
I know.
I could never...
Oh, that's it. Well, I don't think I even knew about it until I saw it on the newsstand. So it was after the phone number. So of course his fate was already sealed. But I'm just like, they didn't really, did they?
Remember when things had consequences?
I know. I was like, wait a minute, are they going to bring him back soon? But it's like, I mean, think about it. I mean, it took them almost not quite 20 years, but
dang near. I mean, him and Barry are like the biggest consequences.
Oh yeah, this was 88. They didn't bring back to what, 2004, 2005?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought this one was going to stick.
They almost did, but I think Red Hood was just too good of an idea. And for a while, the execution was top notch, to be fair. And I felt like he played really well with when they teamed him up with Arsenal. And I also love, of course, my Outlaws. So, but it's kind of like they have these good ideas that should be miniseries and not ongoings. And I think that they need to learn that lesson.
Well, I mean,
don't be afraid to do a maxi series. Don't be afraid to do a 6-issue. Be like Marvel, I guess.
Well, they separated him from Bizarro and Artemis for,
which was like, what's the point? Red Hood and the Outlaws, the Dark Trinity. That's what we were here for, because
exactly.
The Trinity has been lacking. So,
but yes,
what do we know? We're just fans.
But at the time,
we just buy the books. It's fine.
At the time of publication, this issue was considered the canonical death of Jason Todd. Jason reemerged years later in Batman Annual 25 as the Red Hood. Via retcon, Jason's first canonical post-death appearance actually takes place during the 12-part Hush running. So they're saying originally the Jason Todd in Hush was actually... Who's Johnny? The new Clayface, but this was altered later. Oh, did they retcon it so that was actually Jason? Oh, the animal might have...
No. I mean, everything matters now.
I think the Superboy Punch issue, I do think they said, like, that was him with, like, the knife to Tim's throat, but then he disappeared for a second and Clayface then took his place.
Sure.
Whatever. I think. Okay, here's the notes. Inspired by references to a dead Jason and Frank Miller's futuristic Batman The Dark Knight Returns, so you can blame it on Miller, DC Comics
always do, baby.
DC Comics sets up a 900 number $1 hotline, giving callers the ability to vote for or against Jason's death from September 15th to 16th.
How many calls did that get?
Let's see.
Did they say? I feel like they've said before.
Over 10,000 votes were cast, and a slim majority.
$10,000 cash freaking money.
88 money.
That's like a million in 2021.
Shut up. DC's going to put 900 numbers in every issue now.
I mean, if it helps you tell better stories.
Exactly.
Do what you gotta do. It's only 75 cents too, so.
I know.
I can't believe that this was approved by the Comics Code Authority, to be honest.
I know. The crowbar part, at least. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so the by a narrow margin, 5,343 to 5,271 with 72 votes difference.
And you thought Trump was throwing a fit.
Oh!
Can you imagine if the election was down by 72 votes?
Oh.
We'd be in way bigger of a civil war than we are right now.
Well, he conceded finally, probably because they threatened legal action, probably.
This could still happen, so...
I know. They're probably like, if you don't want us to arrest you on the spot, you're going to concede.
You're going to want to rest up, buddy. January 20th is right around the corner.
Oh, I think they said, like, he already, like, has made plans. He's going to his golf course and...
Yeah, in Florida.
No.
Oh, no, he wanted to go to, Switzerland?
Was it? No, I think it was Ireland or something.
Scotland. And they said, like, no, we're closed. Nobody can come.
Oh, yeah, that's
so
right.
He has to stay here.
Well, yeah, because everyone was like, oh, he's probably fleeing the country because he's afraid they're going to press charges this minute he's
Scotland doesn't have extradition with us, but they actually closed because of how bad their
COVID, yeah.
Quarantine, yeah. So it was kind of funny. I'm like, aha, I see you, Scotland. Thank you, Scotland. Top-notch lads and lasses over there.
All I have to ask is, does Florida extradite?
No, we actually don't. That's why we have so many criminals down here. Unless you actually want to pay them money from a different state, like, and come down and have your officers. No, they don't extradite to other states, actually. Fun fact.
Home of the mullet.
Guns in Disney World, baby. Anyway, back to this very sad issue.
All right. So,
I don't like these covers, though, by the way.
What's with like this summary on each cover?
I think they were trying to bring in the noobs, maybe the uninitiated. Can we tantalize them with the death of a young boy?
But I don't remember seeing this on TV, but I remember seeing like reports later, like,
well, he's not Superman, Philip. I mean,
no, but it was on TV because like I forget where I saw it later, but like there's I guess some news stations must have covered it, and like people don't read Batman, they thought they killed off Dick Grayson, and they're like,
yeah, exactly.
All these mothers, they do it to my kids.
But yeah, this issue opens. It kind of hit different in 2020. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was like, it's just Jason. He actually came back. But like, could you imagine being like a fan of Jason Todd and like this is '88 and you don't get your redemption until 2005?
Oh, I know.
Imagine? I mean, like I'm a Barry Allen fan, so I do know how that feels, and I had to wait a lot longer than that. But
I mean, it's rough. But I think we talking last time, I kind of like that there was consequence. There's actually consequences.
Finally, it's like, yeah, you shouldn't be having these young boys as sidekicks in bright red and yellow outfits while you're wearing black.
And it also illustrated how good Dick Grayson was, because it's like, yeah, you're not Dick Grayson.
Well, and there never will be another Dick Grayson. Sorry, Tim. Sorry, Damien. Especially Damien.
In his pirate shirt now.
I don't want to be a pirate. And there's your Seinfeld reference. Take a drink, future Lilith.
But yeah, for any of you who've never read this or want to read it again, yeah, it's been reprinted a bunch of times. It's on DC.
A billion times.
It's on.
DC loves that ka-ching, baby.
And it's on DC Universe, so.
Oh, you mean DC Infinity or whatever?
I don't think it's switched over yet. I think towards the end.
Really? Because it's January. They were supposed to do that.
Well, I think it's I don't know if it's towards the end of the month, but yeah.
See, they need somebody like me cracking.
I know, they should have did January 1st. That would have made sense, but it's DC.
So true.
All right, so should we get to part 3?
I don't want to. I'm scared. Yes, let's do it.
All right, so Batman 428, A Death in the Family, Chapter 5. All right, After the explosion, Batman searches among the ashes and rubble of the warehouse where Robin was supposed to be
Look, he's blaming him. Like, he's victim blaming. I told you not to do it. He's the worst.
I know, but he's even thinking to himself, he's like, well, I should have stayed and sent Jason, but he's like, no, he never would have left. He wouldn't have left his mother anyway, though.
Yeah.
Among the ashes of the warehouse where Robin was supposed to be with his real mother, Sheila Haywood, Batman has arrived too late to prevent the bomb from exploding, and now the only thing he has left is hope. Well, don't count your hand. Oh. Batman remembers how he met Jason when the kid was trying to steal the wheels of the Batmobile, and almost managed to, if not for Batman's arrival. After learning... Oh, please. Did
you imagine?
You forgot to set the car.
Batman and his kid's just like, yeah, screw you, buddy. Yeah, whatever. See you later, Bunky.
See you later,
nice
Bunky.
Wheels.
I know.
Be ashamed if something happened to him.
Yeah, whatever.
But I mean, they act like Jason's like this skilled, like scientist.
He's just a hood.
But it's like, Batman forgot to set the car alarm. That's basically what it is. And almost after learning that Jason was an orphan, Batman took him in and revealed all his secrets to him.
No. Sentimental lunacy. In a moment of sentimental lunacy, which is how he lives his whole life. But that's just me.
Lilith, he needed cannon fodder. Come on.
I mean, you could hire henchmen like the villains. I mean...
Hey. Young boys are his henchmen, okay?
So true.
Look
at how they're wrestling around, by the way.
Oh, yeah. The flashback, yeah.
Gotta have them thick thighs if you want to be a Robin. Just saying.
Hey-oh. Man. He took him in, revealed all his secrets to him, hoping to replace Dick Grayson as the new Robin. Yeah, good luck, kid. Batman trained him, and soon they were fighting crime as the dynamic duo, but Bruce noticed a difference between Dick and Jason. Lord.
He doesn't descend from clowns?
Oh.
Don't at me, Kristen.
He is a clown. He's like better to be descended than be one.
Ooh.
Jason.
Or a sidekick to one.
Oh. Jason Todd is dead. While Dick was very talented and natural when fighting crime, Jason was full of repressed anger, and he had a rebellious nature, which does not make
just like you, Bruce.
Which does not
too much of you and him.
Which does not make a good sidekick, but makes a good podcasting partner.
I never disappoint. I concur. Don't tell Charlie. I know you're right in the face with that sack.
So yes, death. Yes. Back to death in the family.
Nobody tell Brian. Just wait.
I think he was still doing night. Was he doing Nightfall?
Good luck. He'll be on that for a year. Good way to throw him off our trail, buddy.
Jason's attitude would put him and Batman in danger on many occasions, leading Batman to place him on inactive duty. And then we get to the flashback of the first 2 issues. After searching for a while, Batman finds Sheila in a dying state. She tells Batman what happened with the Joker, and before dying, she regrets her actions, but is proud of Jason. She dies in Batman's arms, and the Dark Knight keeps searching for Jason. Moments later, Batman finds Jason's body lying on the ground, and after taking his pulse, he finally realizes that Jason is dead. Batman holds the kid's body in his arms, and sadly,
the cover that launched 1,000 variants.
Oh yeah, and that of course that classic page. It's just him holding the body.
Superman did it better, but don't tell anybody.
But no, did you ever see the? I guess they had the page ready to go if he did survive. So like when Bruce checks the pulse, he picks him up and it's like he's alive.
No, I've never seen it. Not that.
Yeah, I forget where I saw it. But yeah, they must have had it ready just in case. Yeah, and it's like the same exact thing, but he finds
72 votes. I don't know, man. Seems like a lot of dead people in Chicago were voting. That's
okay, far right.
If you know, you know. Oh, that's an old thing. That's like before Kennedy's time.
Oh, I know. Era. They sadly
vote early and vote often.
Oh boy. Meanwhile, Joker makes a deal with the leaders of the Iranian government. End of sentence.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Oh, please. You know, they were just like, oh, hey, living nuclear weapon. Hey, can we talk to you for a second? Can we point you someplace? Okay. All
exactly.
Right. Batman cleans the whole place and hides the evidence of what happened so the authorities wouldn't find anything suspicious. No, just me and my young boy. Bruce then takes... had to get rid of them shorts.
He's an American. They've seen worse.
Had to get rid of them shorty shorts. Bruce then takes the bodies of Jason and Sheila on his plane back to Gotham City. Before leaving, however, he examines Joker's hideout, but finds only the dead bodies of Joker's own henchmen and a message for Batman telling him where to meet him.
B, see you at 42nd and 1st, J. Now, if that's not a lover's quarrel, I don't know what is.
And I mean, he didn't come out and say, oh yeah, meet me here. I mean, Batman had to figure out the city. He checked like that, the street corner in every city and figure it out.
Exactly. Because he's a detective.
But yeah.
And look at this sad little funeral.
And I think as we said last time too, it's like you never want to be Joker's henchman because look, he's like, oh, I got a new job. Bye guys. And just like snuffed them all.
Loose ends.
I don't care how good that 401k is. Do not work for the Joker. All right. So back in Gotham, few people attend the funeral, Jason Todd. And afterwards, Bruce goes to the Batcave and looks
Dick didn't even show up?
Well, I think they addressed it in the Titans. I think they were off planet because the minute they get back, I think what's his face, Danny or something tells him he's like, oh, you don't know. Oh, Jason's dead. And that's when Dick goes to the cave and Bruce gives him one of his patented smacks to the head,
Everybody gets hugs except for Dick. And I can get behind that idea.
What, a dick hug?
Not giving a dick a hug.
Or no, I mean, they fight and he basically tells him to leave your key with Alfred and get out. And and then we never see Dick in a Batman book again until Batman 500.
Because, they were building up the suspense.
Exactly. Or the Titans didn't want to share. But yeah.
I mean, when you're a legend, you don't want to share particularly, so I get it.
True. So after the funeral, Bruce goes to the Batcave, looks for the address the Joker gave him, and it turns out the clown wants to meet Batman at the United Nations building in New York City. Batman is waiting for the Joker to show up. He's just like standing in the middle of the street to show up when out of nowhere.
It's New York. Nobody's going to know.
That's true. When out of nowhere, Superman appears and tries to persuade Batman to leave the place in order to prevent an international incident. Batman doesn't understand Superman and punches him in the face. Yeah, because that's smart.
Which should have hurt his fist, but whatever.
No, he said it says breaking some bones in his hand, but I don't think he did because then doesn't he punches him?
He's like right back at it.
He's like I feel like my hand's broken.
He says they're badly bruised.
Yeah, because Superman X-rays it. Yeah. Superman tries to explain better, but at that moment, Joker arrives at the place and reveals that he is the new ambassador of the Iranian government.
This is such subtle racism that I don't even know how to handle. Not even subtle. This is just overt racism about what they like. Wow. Could you imagine? I mean, they could do this to Trump and it'd be true, but like, wow. Wow.
Again, it's like it's the 80s. You can they always colored the Middle Eastern people as
Yeah, but this is over the top.
I know, but decades earlier, first it was the Russians, then it was
Yeah. Everybody gets a turn in America. Everybody gets a turn on the racist merry-go-round. I know.
How do you think the military-industrial complex keeps running, Lilith? You need an enemy.
Trust me, I know. This is wild, though. This is one of the wildest things they've ever pulled off in DC.
I thought you were going to say it was racist because they picked the white guy as their ambassador.
Well, again, colonialism.
I mean, he's really white. Joker, he reveals he's the new ambassador of the Iranian government to the UN, and thus he can't be punished for any of his past crimes. Diplomatic immunity granted to any ambassador. Batman watches in disbelief as his greatest foe stands in front of him, mocking him after killing Jason.
Bro, this is too much. This is too much to handle.
I know. A month of publication is not printed on the original cover of this issue.
Oh, okay. I like this cover the best, by the way.
Yeah.
The final issue
And before they resurrected him in the 2000s, this was considered the last appearance of Jason Todd. Oh, look, we got a little scoreboard, too. Joker body count, 5.
What is this, Angel? Is this Angel Chronicles?
Man, that's
the death count?
5?
That's it?
Joker.
It's a little low for Joker, man.
What was this issue? Him before breakfast? What the?
Hey, have you noticed something weird in your toy aisles if you and Luke are hitting the toy aisles?
What?
Joker's Prank Shop. They're really trying to make Joker a thing. I don't want him to have an ongoing book, but it's happening. And they're really pushing Joker now.
I know. I was thinking about that the other day. It's that's just weird. I mean, it always weirded me out before when I'd see him in the, even like for the little kids, they have Joker toys. I'm like, isn't he like a mass murderer?
He's a maniac. A mass murder maniac.
He murdered a child in 1988.
with his bare hand and a crowbar,
and then blew him up with a bomb.
And then, not to mention what he did to poor Barbara.
I know, shot her.
What is going on?
I know. And now we're making this guy a hero. It's like, yeah, he shoots this woman, cripples her, strips her naked. Then he
makes her father find the pictures.
He flashed them on a screen for him. No, and then he beats a child to death in front of his mother.
And then blows him up.
But yeah, let's make this. Yeah, this guy's
crazy. I was wondering if it was just me, but I was at Walmart and there's just this big, huge end cap of Joker Prank Shop, and I'm so confused.
I know. They want their cake and eat it too. They want him to be that dark.
I understand. They did a hard left and made her an anti-villain and softened her up with a female love interest in Poison Ivy, all the things. But Joker, depending on how they play out, punchline. Maybe she softens him, maybe she doesn't. I don't know.
I mean, is it just like the whole, it's like, oh.
Well, to be fair, though, he did make a point with Batman and the 3 Jokers, and maybe that's the point that they're trying to make, and they're trying to do a pivot with the Joker as well. I don't know. Yeah, they definitely want to make more Joker movies.
But just the body count on him. I mean, can you redeem the Joker?
I mean, people like Thanos.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, but Thanos, I mean, it's almost like magic. I mean, Joker literally kills people with his bare hands.
So we'll see. I find it very interesting that that's the push we're doing. This cover kind of reminded me of that, so I was just like, oh yeah.
But then, oh yes, there was like no one at the funeral besides like Bruce, Alfred, Commissioner
Barbara.
Gordon, and Barbara. Yeah, because they said this is the issue. This issue's the final appearance of Barbara Gordon under her regular name. From this point forward, she begins operating under the name Oracle.
Well, at least for now.
Yeah. Oh yes, and yes, the Ayatollah was an actual person.
Yep.
He was the Ayatollah of Iran from 1979 to 1989. Oh, he lost his job a year later. Probably giving the job to the Joker. Oh,
There's
what?
always been upheaval over there, so it is what it is.
Oh, I didn't know this. Assistant editor Dan Raspler wrote a rather bitter note in the letter column about the decision of DC readers on killing Jason and pointed that he voted for the character to live.
I mean, to each his own. No kink shaming here.
That's Bruce Wayne. There's more. There's more
Jason
fodder.
had the thickest thighs of the Robins. I get it.
Oh,
I get it.
God, yeah, kill off the poor street kid, man.
Classism, elitism, the whole thing. It's a lot. You can say a lot about the decision. That's all I'm going to say about it.
I know. All right, should we get to the finale?
Let's do it.
Batman 429, A Death in the Family, Chapter 6. Look at that. Look at him being all fancy on that cover in his top hat. And
Like I said, this is my favorite cover.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought you meant the last one.
No, this one. Smug.
I know. He even got the monocle.
Looking like money, Uncle Money Pennybags.
I know. So, let's see.
Superman's like, don't do it, Bruce.
Yes. All right, so Ralph Bundy, remember him from...
Married with Children? No, wait.
No, that's Al Bundy. No, from 10 Nights of the Beast.
Yes. Remember that? Remember that story, guys?
Come on, it was only a couple episodes back. Explains the...
It was a rough New Year's, bro.
Hey, I heard there's a shortage of alcohol in Florida. I wonder where it all went. Ralph...
Mind your business.
Man, you should have seen the thick sunglasses she wore for our Wonder Woman review. Ralph Bundy explains the situation to Batman. As the Joker has become the new ambassador for Iran to the UN, he now has diplomatic immunity, and no one is allowed to touch him. And to make sure that Batman doesn't create an international event, the U.S. government has called in Superman to make sure that Batman is under control. How very Frank Miller of you. Batman doesn't like the situation and leaves the place, hoping that his actions don't put him against Superman. At his hotel...
Why not? We got that kryptonite bullet.
At his oh yeah, doesn't he have Flex's ring at this point too?
Yeah, he does.
At his hotel,
we're not trying to make a Superman Buster suit, okay? We're not going that route just yet.
At his hotel, yeah, he does. He's. It'll be many years before he asks him about his mom's name.
Ooh, just that little pain right there in my heart.
At his hotel, Bruce thinks about the situation and contemplates the few options he has left. Batman thinks about letting the Joker be free for once, but then he remembers that he killed Jason and decides to investigate what Joker's real plan is. At the Iranian embassy, the Joker prepares himself for a speech the next day, and he mentions something about large dead crowds. Batman surprises the Joker from behind. Hail.
Subtext.
This is your punishment. And tells him to give up his plan and return to Arkham Asylum. The Joker tells him that he won't and starts teasing Batman. Oh, jeez, the subtext.
What are you gonna do? Let your assistant handle it? Oh, salt, wound, meet each other.
Confessing that he killed Robin and he enjoyed it. Jeez.
He killed a Robin and he liked it. Hope his Batman don't mind it, I guess.
Okay, Katy Perry. Which confirms all of Batman's suspicions. Before leaving, Batman thanks the Joker for confirming the information on Robin's death and for making his decision much easier. I know, it's like Joker even mentioned that, I think, what was it, in part 2 or something? It's like, oh yeah, Batman won't completely flip out if he needs absolute proof. But it's like, the Joker, you knew the Joker was there. All of a sudden, Jason dies in an explosion. You really got to be the world's greatest detective to figure out the Joker did it.
He needs confirmation to go ham. You know what I'm saying?
I guess. Before leaving, Batman...
Because even Joker's like, thanks? Thanks for what, homie? Like, what's going on? Now I'm worried. I done messed up.
As Batman leaves, the Joker pulls a gun and tries to shoot Batman, but here he has already gone, just like in a movie a year from now, and the Joker is left alone, excited about his plan for the next day. As it is planned, people start to arrive at the United Nations building, and among the crowd is Bruce Wayne. The Joker, dressed in Arab robes, makes his way into the room, and for a moment he stops and stares at Bruce, long enough for Wayne to wonder if the clown has recognized him beyond the mask.
'Cause he's always known, bro.
He doesn't care.
Exactly. He's like Selena. They dig the suit, man.
However, seconds later, the Joker continues to the dais, laughing all his way up. The Joker starts speaking in the name of Iran, and after a vehement speech, he reveals his true motives and sprays the room with his laughing gas. And Bruce quickly changes to Batman before one of the guards destroys Joker's gun and stops the gas from spreading. However, the Joker...
Say goodnight, Gracie. That's such an old saying. Jeez.
However,
it's not for the kids.
The Joker tells the guard that the gas is already in the air and it's too late to stop it. The guard then starts inhaling all the gas from the room, and it is revealed that the guard is in fact Superman in disguise. We get my favorite panel. I told you, it's Cavill, man. You see a mustache Superman flying off, saying, I gotta find somewhere to get rid of this gas.
Yeah, super ham, indeed.
Do something with that, Snyder. The man.
Oh, don't tempt him.
I know. The Man of Steel tells Batman to finish the Joker while he finds an empty space to release all that toxic gas.
Finish him!
Ah!
Finish him!
Why do something about this gas? The Joker detonates a bomb to open a hole in a wall and tries to escape, while Batman follows him outside, where a helicopter is ready to take the Joker away, just like in the movie. Batman manages to jump and reaches the chopper before it lifts completely. Climbing inside the cabin of the helicopter, Batman tries to grab the Joker, but his henchmen start shooting at them, before realizing that one of the bullets killed the pilot. The Joker and Batman are wounded as well, and before the helicopter crashes into the river, Batman jumps and dives into the water. Moments later, Superman arrives.
Look at that perfect form. The Russian judge gives him a 10.
Moments later, Superman arrives to pull Batman out of the water. Batman tells Superman to find the Joker's body. However, nobody is able to do so, and Batman realizes...
Again? This is how he always escapes. This is always the big climactic, escape. Always!
There was at least 2 Silver Age stories where he, falls into the river or something. He always escapes in the water.
3 Jokers? Just saying. It's a thing.
That Batman the Animated Series episode at the aquarium, always into the water. He's a water elemental.
Damn it.
And Batman realizes that things between him and the Joker always end up one way. Unresolved.
Unresolved sexual tension.
Hey-oh.
Honestly, let's just be honest.
I know.
This was a wild story, but just out of the sheer outcome of it and the fact that they decided to do the whole Iranian ambassador thing, I still get flummoxed over that every single time I read it.
I know.
Wow.
You know what?
Y'all got away with a lot in the 80s. A lot.
I mean, yeah, that is cringeworthy, but I think it was just a giant plot device, so he'd have diplomatic immunity, and then it's like, oh, well, who would actually, have Joker as their ambassador? Oh, maybe the evil Iran.
I guess it just flummoxes me every time. I'm just like, wow.
I guess North Korea.
If I ever go back in time, I guess we're going to the 1980s, not 84 though. Yeah. Wonder Woman kind of ruined that for me, but
but yeah.
Scroll up.
Yes, and of course, yeah. Joker next. Well, he spends a lot of time recovering. He speaks to Two-Face through a radio during the first story with Tim Drake in Batman 440. And in this issue, there's a reference to Batman's encounter with Deacon Blackfire. These events took place in the storyline Batman the Cult. At the end of this...
Court of Owls did it better. Finally, I can say that.
At the end of this issue, editor Denny O'Neil writes a long message in the letter column explaining what the death of Jason meant to all the team on the Batman titles. He also gives the final results of the votes for the decision of Robin's outcome in the story. He explains how nobody in the crew but him expected fans to kill Jason, But in the end, the votes for Robin dying exceeded the ones for keeping him alive by 72.
Like I said, too close to call, and I don't believe that. I don't believe those votes. Jason had to die. They had a plan. They wanted to go forward with it, and that's just what it was.
Maybe they did it. Surprisingly, only 15 minutes before the survey ended, Jason's votes for him living were up by 38 votes. This might confirm the rumors about a single person that voted for Jason to die more than 100 times by programming his home computer to dial the Joker succeeds number every 90.
A computer in the 80s. That's insane. That guy was a genius.
I know, because
was it Steve Jobs? We're going to say it was Steve Jobs.
Because, listen to what he had to do.
It was Woz, actually. Woz is the nerdier one of the two.
He had to program his home computer to dial the Joker succeeds number every 90 seconds for 8 hours.
He had no life. He had no friends. Definitely was. That's my unconfirmed Hollywood conspiracy rumor. There you go. Was killed Jason Todd. # deal with it.
But, oh boy. Okay. Here we go. Batman and Joker's interaction in this issue heavily hints the possibility that Joker knows Batman's secret identity. The Joker says even a madman can add 2 + 2, referring to the killing of Jason. During that same conversation, Batman even says Jason's name, disregarding...
Again, that's his thing. He loves to say Jason's name.
Disregarding the fact that it was well known that Jason was Bruce Wayne's ward. And then, of course, the whole stare down at the UN building.
Like, what are you doing here, rich man?
What's the male Paris Hilton doing here?
She wishes.
Speaking of, you hear Kim and Kanye may be getting divorced anytime now?
Well, she's drained him for all his energy, so got 2-3 kids out of him? That's just what Kardashians do.
I think it's 3 or 4, but Well, I think
however many Beyonce has, I'm pretty sure that's the number she has. So y'all keeping up with the Kardashians, she's keeping up with the Noah's Carters. That's all I'm saying.
Hello.
And we're gonna leave that alone.
All right, look.
But yeah, this is kind of a B+ story for me because it's the whole Joker subplot, MacGuffin. That just kills it for me every time. But everything else is pretty top notch. I was just really sad for Jason, actually.
Yeah.
Like, he finally finds out. I still say they should have made Lady Shiva his mom, and I'm okay if they retcon that down the line somewhere.
Well, they kind of used that later for Cassandra.
Yeah, it's not as cool. No offense. Y'all know I love Cassandra, but not as cool.
I hear you.
I think they wanted to do that with Jason, and that's why she got it, actually.
And I mean, as far as they knew at the time, this death was going to be permanent. Did it have to be the Joker?
Going forward, there was nothing you could do with Jason going forward.
Yeah.
Because, come on, let's be honest, he killed that guy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's
slick. So it's that's beyond redemption. Batman can't have that. So he had to go.
Yeah, that's why I'm always like, it's like they knew he was going to die. I mean, come on. You have Jason Todd.
72 votes. I'm just saying, suspicious.
You have Jason Todd.
Suspicious.
You have Jason Todd kill a guy. Come on.
Which I'm glad that they bring up with the red hood and things, and why he is the only one in the Bat fam that does the gun thing.
Exactly.
Because he died.
But the death of Jason, could it only be the Joker? You think anyone else in the Rogues was worthy enough?
No, it had to be Joker because they're in this unresolved sexual love, psychotic kind of relationship. It's weird.
I mean,
would it be Joker?
I mean, would it have been even darker if Two-Face did it?
Maybe Two-Face, yeah.
Well,
Two-Face.
because when they redid Jason's
because they have history with the Two-Face.
Well, yeah, Two-Face killed his dad, in the revised origin, So that might have been kind of dark.
And, if they keep it's always a toss-up about their relationship with Bruce and Harvey. So if they keep the relationship that, he and Harvey go way back, then that's even more traumatic, that whole thing. So, yeah, but Joker makes more sense.
But at least...
Especially in such a violent way.
At least they used the Joker and they didn't go a Death of Superman route or even Bane in Nightfall. They didn't create a new character to do it. At least they went with one of the classic rogues to do it.
Yeah. Even better would if Catwoman did it. Whipped him to death. What a way to go.
Not that she's speaking from experience.
Not on the receiving end, but anyway.
Oh! I didn't mean the receiving end.
Anyway, yeah. What do you think? What would you grade this?
Yeah, it's probably a B. I mean, again, Yeah, again, the Joker stuff's kind of cringeworthy, especially today. But again, I think it was just a giant plot device for why Batman supposedly couldn't touch him for,
Now, talk about a cash grab. I'm talking $10,000 cold hard cash to call in to kill a comic book character.
Gotta pay for that phone. Gotta pay for that phone number somehow.
Wow.
The merch wasn't selling that well at this point. The movie's a year away. Come on.
True, touche. You know what? Honestly, maybe some of that money went into
And I think that was the
Tim
other
Burton's pockets.
Seriously. Well, that was the other rumor too, is like they wanted to kill Jason off so he would be solo for a year, since there was no Robin in the movie. They wanted like a solo Batman.
Robin wouldn't come for a while, and when we got it, I wish he would have got a crowbar to the head. No offense, Chris O'Donnell or O'Connell or which whenever you are. I forget.
What, the 30-year-old orphan boy who had to live with Bruce Wayne?
Sugar daddy.
Yeah, seriously, there is something going on there. Why does this 30?
You can't read too much into those movies, otherwise we'll be here all day.
I know. All right, so should we get to what we're doing next time?
Let them know their homework.
That's right. All right, so next week, of course, it'll be a Legends of the Arrowverse, which will start our big 0 Hour crossover, because we'll be doing the Superman issues of 0 Hour. Which would be
not the best issues of 0 Hour, but it's Superman, so it's fine.
So, which will be Superman Man of Steel 37 with the appearance of multiple Batmen, Superman 93, Adventures of Superman 516, and Action Comics 703. And then in 2 weeks, it'll be Batman's turn for 0 Hour issues. Batman 511, Batman Shadow of the Bat 31, and Detective Comics 678. Yeah, Batman.
Oh, how are you feeling about Future State so far, by the way, Philip?
Oh, yeah, this was the first week. It was okay. A lot of them, I mean, I guess you had a lot of explaining to do, but a lot of them felt really wordy. And the Flash one was, again, you had you have a murderous Wally West running around.
Leave Wally alone!
I know.
Well, you know what? Honestly, it makes sense because they mistreated him for so long, so I kind of get that.
Well, supposedly they have something big planned for him after this, I don't know if...
Are they going to apologize to the Wally fans, finally?
Well, supposedly he's not rocking any cosmic power anymore. So they said they have big things. They're like, oh, is Barry going to retire? I'm like, oh, no, watch. The two of them are going to...
Barry can't retire, A, the TV show, B, the movie. So until those two things happen, Barry's not retiring in the comic book.
I'm just going to say they're both going to be running around as the Flash. And it's going to be like, oh, okay, duh.
I just want justice for Wally West. That's all.
I know. So
yeah, I'm excited for what we have planned for this year.
Oh yeah, because like we said, we're doing the Superman and then Batman 0 Hour issues, because for Comic Capers 100 will be 0 Hour itself.
See what he did there, guys.
See.
He's smart.
And of course,
smart.
And of course, the day after Comic Capers 100 hits the podcast, episode 150 of the Quantum Zone will hit the podcast.
What about our Quasar?
Look at my nerdy boys go!
What about our Quasar podcast?
What about them, Philip?
With myself, Will Allred, and soon-to-be father, Matt Kona. I told him, I said, legally, you can tell them dad jokes now.
Don't encourage him until after the baby's out.
Oh, I told him, I was like, okay. I'm like, you know what? I'll give it to you this time. You can tell Lilith, be like, I created a new life, Lilith.
Suck it, Lilith.
And I destroy it. It's fine. It's a circle of life. You hit him right in the face with that sack. Did a lot more than that, but on that note, go.
All right, everyone. So send your thoughts again next week. The Superman issues of 0 Hour, followed in 2 weeks by the Batman issues of 0 Hour, and again,
the other reboot.
Exactly. So, and you can send your thoughts for the main 0 Hour, because we'll be covering that. Or if you're a Marvel fan, you could also send your thoughts for Daredevil Yellow for our new The Devil You Know podcast. So get on the ball, Ray. Anyway, email us capesandlunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And follow We Are the Night, the Batman podcast on Facebook, Twitter.
While it lasts.
Yeah, it's still there. Shut up. I think we're good now. I even changed the handle on Twitter. It is at the Batman Podcast, but no A in podcast. So it was too long.
Naturally.
It was too long, Lil Hovar.
What a problem to have. But if you got bad hearing, you know what will cure that, don't you?
What?
Some tweaked audio headphones.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, don't think you're getting away. No, the handle was too big. I was trying to get it, but
Because I know Lilith likes it long.
Damn it.
Hey, this is the first time I was able to play that where I could see your face. So, all right, and and join Agents of the Bat, our Batman Facebook group. So,
don't be an Azrael though.
Anyway, so yes, and like Lil said, support our sponsors, Tweaked Audio Headphones. Listen to that crowbar pummel a young boy.
Get that bat hearing.
Hear that crowbar in crystal clear HDR. Or pick up Hunt a Killer before it gets diplomatic immunity.
Michelle Gray needs your help. Help her save a young boy's life. That would actually be really cool, branded. Since they did the Blair Witch, they should do a Batman. Help Batman save Jason Todd.
Or even just
be Superboy Prime. Punch that hole in continuity yourself.
Or you don't even have to get that specific. Batman's a detective. I mean, you could do a detective story.
They can base it on what Batman in the grave or whatever.
The Batman's grave. Yeah. There you go.
You're welcome, Hunter Killer.
And if you don't have enough comic books to read, go pick up Pod Life the book, now in digital and paperback. Audio.
I know it was on your New Year's resolution list. I know you want to start a podcast. Go pick that book up.
I know all of you who aren't Marnell want to read more, so go pick up Pod Life the book.
Leave my wife alone.
The audio is coming soon, Marnell. Don't worry. Anyway, so yes, pick that up, and you can get that on Amazon. And when you do, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the network, and
of course,
that crazy grinning...
That crown prince of crime himself. Crown prince of podcasting himself.
That grinning madman, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom. Please kick me in the pants.
See? He says it just like the Joker.
Please kick me in the pants.
Don't
mark my words.
What?
Don't mind if I do.
Hey-oh. All right, Lilith Hellfire. It's been a while. Where can people find you?
If you nerds want to hang out with me this new year of 2021, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire 86, or ideally at Lilith Hellfire 69 on TikTok or Instagram.
Hey kids, what do Lilith Hellfire and Jason Todd have in common?
Not in the face. Bye, Felicia. We both have an unhealthy fear of clowns. Yeah.
They both being like they both like being chased around by old men while wearing booty shorts.
Allegedly.
You pin nothing on me, say. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Again, 1 week, Legend of the Arrowverse, Superman 0 Hour, and in 2 weeks, Batman 0 Hour, which I think are better than the Superman ones, but they're better.
It's not the final countdown. It's back to
But yeah, and then more classic Batman to come. And again, if you have not subscribed to YouTube, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. You can finally see Lil Hellfire. The charges must have get tossed out of court because she's back on him.
You mind your business.
I know what Ray Ray's doing as soon as he hears this. Well, it's Batman. I don't know if he'll ever hear this. Anyway, come back next time. Same bad time. Same bad channel. Watch out for the clowns.